Let's do a couple of summarizing examples. Let's say John has analyzed two mutually exclusive projects of similar size and has compiled the following information based on his analysis. Both projects have 3-year lives. So you can imagine year 0 when the money gets invested, year 1, year 2, year 3, right? Project A, Project B. For Project A, the net present value is $81,406. For Project B, it's $82,909. The payback period for Project A is 2.48 years. For Project B, it's 2.31 years. The required return for Project A is 11.5%. For Project B, it's 12%. John has been asked for his recommendation, his best recommendation given this information. His recommendation should be to accept ... because ... So which project should be accepted? See how we have the net present value approach and the payback period approach going on in this problem. Remember, sometimes they may give conflicting recommendations or conclusions, right? And so we know that when in doubt, we should always go with the NPV approach. So why don't we just look at the net present values? Because the projects are mutually exclusive, we cannot accept both A and B, even though both of their net present values are above $0. So we can only pick the better one, and that's Project B. So the answer is, the recommendation would be to accept Project B because it has a higher net present value. That's it, as simple as that. Now, what if we change the wording and say that projects A and B are independent? Would that change our result? The answer is yes. Independence means we accept all projects which are good. Both A and B look good based on their net present values because both net present values are positive. So in this case, we are going to accept both projects because they both have their net present values above $0. So be careful with the wording. It can completely change your conclusion. Let's do another sort of very comprehensive problem. Here we have all 4 approaches, right? Used in one problem: the net present value, the profitability index, the payback period, and the IRR. So let's start from the beginning. You're considering a project with conventional cash flows and the following characteristics. The NPV equals $987. The profitability index equals 1.04. The payback period is 2.98 years. And the IRR is 11.63%. Which of the following are correct? We have 4 items. A. The discount rate used in computing the NPV was less than 11.63%. Is this correct? It is correct because 11.63% in our problem was the IRR. We also know that we are dealing with conventional cash flows. So it's a typical investment type project. And for a typical project, it's accepted when, meaning the NPV is positive, and it is, right? It's $987, when the required return is less than the IRR. And so the discount rate being less than 11.63% must be correct. B. The discounted future cash flows cover the initial investment after exactly 2.98 years. So 2.98 years was the payback period, right? This sentence is actually incorrect. There's one word that makes it wrong, and that's the word discounted. It should not be here. We do not discount future cash flows when we add them up to find how long it takes us to get our money back. We simply add them up, right? So if we get rid of the word discounted, then the statement B would be also correct. Let's look at the statement C. The discount rate used in the computation of the profitability index was 11.63%. This is wrong. 11.63% is the IRR. It means that at this rate we break even. The NPV is 0. The NPV being 0 also implies that the profitability index is 1. Is it 1? No. We are given 1.04. So the math doesn't add up. So the discount rate used in the computation of the PI index must have been less than 11.63%. And actually, it's very similar to statement A, the first one. We already figured this out in statement A, where we figured out that the discount rate must have been below 11.63%. And so A and C are kind of similar. Because whenever the discount rate is below the IRR, that's when the net present value is positive, like given to us, and the profitability index is above 1, and it is above 1. And the final statement is statement D. This project should be accepted as the IRR exceeds the required return. So this is kind of the definition of the IRR rule. And we know that we are dealing with conventional cash flows, so we can apply the traditional IRR rule. And we already know from parts A and C that the discount rate is, the required discount rate is below our IRR. So this statement is correct.